Hi, I'm Kathy, and I'm going to show you how I made this Valentine card. I made a couple of different versions just by a different colored leaf. That's a light green, and this is a darker green. And then this is a different kind of leaf. So I'm going to get started, and I'll show you how. Um, the colors that we're going to be using are Sweet Sugar Plum and Real Red. I have attached a piece of a page on this sheet that is a page from a book. I found these loose pages from a book on the street. I picked them up because they had a little vintage look to it, and I thought it would make a nice backdrop for a card. We're going to use this little panda bear. This panda bear was a free gift from Papercraft Essentials magazine. This free gift came with the Papercraft Essentials February. Has a little panda in it. It has a couple of pandas and a bumblebee and a little paw print. We're using this panda here. I stamped it onto a piece of Whisper White and colored in her bow and her little paw prints with Perfect Plum ink. Okay, you could use any little cartoon character that you would like. Stampin' Up has several, or you might have some in your stamp collection from some other manufacturer. The color ink that we're using is, besides the Perfect Plum for her bow and paw prints, I'm going to use some crumb cake ink just to sort of antique the card a little bit more. And this XOXO, you can find these stamps in a lot of different places. I got this one, or you could just write XOXO on the front of your little piece of cardstock. This stamp was purchased. It came in a Valentine's kit. Okay, so let's get started. I'll just tell you a few dimensions before I show you how I put this together. Oh, I also used a framelit set to cut out these flowers. You could use any kind of flowers to add to the card. And I cut out a real thin strip of cream colored or vanilla colored cardstock. Just a little thin strip because I wanted this to look like a balloon, a fancy balloon floating up. So it looks like she's holding the string with the balloons on it. All right, so to add this, to go along with this antiquing frame or this aged frame, make it look like a real old love letter, I used this little pad. It's a rubber pad that I use so that I don't get ink all over my mat. Just to ink that up a little bit to give it a more aged or vintage or shabby chic look. So ink that up, and I also want to add some ink to the edges of this paper. Although it's already kind of aged looking, this just a little darker around the edges. And I also want to darken that red a little bit too. So that's what we're doing here. All right, and once that is done, this little strip needs some aging to it as well. So I'm just going to run my sponge dauber right along the side. I hope I didn't tear that too short. We'll see. If I did, we'll just cut another little tiny strip. A little thin strip. Okay. So, let's color in these as well. I'll just color the tips. Just trying to give it a little aged look. Valentine's Day. You know how people have those little love letters, all they've kept them wrapped up in with a ribbon, kept it in a drawer. After a while, turns a little yellow or a little brownish. That's the kind of feel I was going for. So just adding that same brown tint to the leaves. And in order to get it on this, I'm going to show you a little trick. For the center of the flowers, I just pressed it down and came up with a different color. It's just to have some contrast in the center. I want it on this green as well. Just press it down, it gives it a little color. And that's going to be the center of another flower right there. Okay, I'm going to close up my ink pad because I think we're pretty much done with that. And let's assemble this. And while that's drying, I'm just going to use some plain, the flowers have a lot of dimension. I learned that you can get dimension on your flowers by just pressing it in there, your palm like that, and curling the edges with your finger. So I'm going to add the center to my flowers. I'm just using some Elmer's glue. I guess I got enough glue in there. Let me see. I'm trying to use this up. There we go. Just a little bit. And I'm using this large one for that. And I have this little flower. Let's use this one. The little brown center for that. And then we have this. I should have another piece here on my desk. A little piece of beige. Where is it? I wish I was real organized. I see some people are so organized. Here it is. This one is going to sit here like this. That's a little too big. So it's just a piece of cardstock. I'm going to tear it. But I want to make sure it's large enough for my XOXO, but not too big. So there we have it. And I'm going to put a little aging on it. Just like that. You know, I think they look so nice sometimes too when they just have that aged look and they're a little torn, a little wrinkled, a little ragged. And I'm going to put an XOXO right in the center there. I'm just going to hold it down for a couple of seconds. There we go. All right, so all of our pieces are done. Let's put it together. We will use my ATG gun. And I'm just going to put this a little askew, just like that. Get some maximum coverage for my newsprint. And then we're going to put our little bear. I'm just going to use some glue. I like to sit the panda on the leaf. So I'm going to sit her right there. And we need to put a little There we go. It did come out kind of short. How can I fix it? I can fix it. Let's see. I can fix it. Here's a longer one. Let's use a longer one. You know what? I kept saying that this looked like a string to a balloon. Now I think it looks like a piece of bamboo. Either way, I think it's pretty. And we're going to attach. It's not going to stick up like that. I'm going to attach this green part. And then we will put on the largest flower right next to it. And then one of the little flowers. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. It'll stick. Don't worry, it'll stick. All right. And then the XOXO. You can see this came together really quickly. I'm going to put that down with some tape. XOXO. The center of my flower got all the way over there off of the center. I don't know what. Let's fix that. There we go. And I'm going to just glue that right there as an accent, right near. Let's put that on there. Now, one thing I like about Elmer's glue, it dries clear. So it doesn't matter if you get it a little here or a little there. I want a little dimension in that, so I'm going to stick them up. And there you have it. So let's put this. There we go. There we go. I'm going to make sure that this is nice and centered so that you see that pink around the sides. Okay. And that's the Valentine's Day card. On the inside, I'm going to put a piece of cream colored paper with Happy Valentine's Day on the inside. I have a stamp that says Happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you like this. I hope that you're able to duplicate it, do your own thing, use your own colors. This is just something that I thought looked nice, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching.